And welcome back to Holly Springs, North Carolina Ting Stadium, playing host to the Division III South Regional baseball action here in this Game 2 of the day, Game 5 of the tournament. My name's Heath Baring, and I'm joined by Bryson Gibson. Bryson, it's glad to have you here for this Game 2.
Yeah, I'm excited, man, to see these two teams go at it. I said Macon got the win last night. Denison coming off a loss last night, looking to get back on the winning side of things, so it should be really good.
Yeah, this matchup between these two pitchers for Randolph-Macon, the starter is Nick Roth. Nick Roth is 9-1, and then the starter for Denison, Danny Brackman, he is 6-1. So should be a pretty good pitcher's duel in this game.
Awesome. Yeah, I think both of these guys, at this point of the year, when you come into this stage, you want to have guys that are solid and are ready to roll. And seeing both of these guys, from what they've done this season, are in a position where they can help their team win today. So this should be a good one.
Yeah, last night you said Denison lost to CNU, I think a 5-1 score. But last night CNU left 21 on base, and the national record was 23. So they were only 2 off. So obviously their defense played pretty well, but they didn't get the bats going last night.
Yeah, I think that's something to be a point of emphasis for them today is you get guys on base, you got to knock them in. And I'm sure that's something their coaches talked about last night to the team is, hey, we won last night, but we got to be a lot better today and continue to build in the right direction. So.
Yeah, so for this game, Denison, it is an elimination game, but Randolph-Macon, after winning yesterday, they are the 1 seed, coming in with the 32-7 record. Denison with the 32-11 record, but we're about to get this thing going.
Yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going.
Leading us off for Randolph-Macon will be the center fielder, number 9, Ryan Duforn. But like I said, pitching for Denison, Danny Brackman. Danny Brackman on the year has 2.7 ERA, 6-1. This is his 10th appearance, 10th start. So let's get this thing going. First pitch there, a little inside for a ball. In the first game, the pitchers really got ahead in the count and kept their pitch count low, so let's see how these pitchers handle these starting lineups. Back-to-back balls.
It'll be key to keep that pitch count, down for these guys as they try to go through the order, extend, their innings. So you want these guys on the mound for the majority of the game, you would imagine.
Yeah. Especially when you get in these tournaments, there's his first strike. Especially when you get in these tournaments, you don't want to use your bullpen too early,
right?
Especially early in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Three 3-1 count here, early for Duforn. Duforn batting .363 on the year. Pretty good. Facing a 3-1 count here to start the game. And walks the first batter.
Early walk.
Base runners for Randolph-Macon early here. 1 on, no out.
Like I say, you see that he's probably trying to feel him out a little bit, get into rhythm of his pitching. This is usually normal sometimes for guys, in a game like this, getting those jitters out early.
That brings up the second baseman, Jeff Butler. Butler batting .349 on the year, 8 home runs, 39 RBIs. So that's pretty good stats coming from the tool-hole hitter. Squares up the bunt, takes a strike. Randolph-Macon looking to manufacture some early runs here. Trying to move that runner over. Randolph-Macon the favorite in this region, the 1 seed, bringing in that 32-7 record.
Whew.
Take on that one, ball just a little inside. Brings the count to 1-1. Dufourn still over there on first base.
See, he's trying to get a big lead over there. He may try to steal this base, the right opportunity.
1-1 count. Chopped foul. Doesn't look like Brackman's too worried about Dufourn over there at first. But we'll see as the at-bat goes on. 1-2 here for Butler as he steps back into the box.
A little high.
Brings us count to 2-2. Denison, with a change in the infield, moved their third baseman over to first base. After their first baseman has been runners taken off. Oh, he popped it up to left field. That's Vince Walker making the play for the Big Red. So one down, runner still on first. Runner was actually taken off there. Not sure if that was a hit and run. But that will bring up Cole Miglarini, number 25, the left fielder.
It's quite a last name there, Cole.
Yes, it is. One down. Dufourn still on first. Swinging first pitch, that'll be out of play.
Love to see early in the games when, these teams filling each other out, and figuring out what pitches he wants to throw against these hitters, and these hitters trying to get a beat on him. It's very clear that this is what's going on right now, both of these teams.
Yeah, we haven't seen many high-scoring games in this regional so far. Game 1 was a 2-1 game. Runner looks like he's going to take off. Just stays. But, yeah, Game 1 is really pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, maybe see that again with these two pitchers with their records they have. But one early base runner here for Randolph-Macon in the top of the first with one out. Finally, a throw over to Dufourn at first. Dives in safely.
Keeping him honest.
1-1 count for Miglarini. Ball a little high. Randolph-Macon in the all gray. Denison the big red. The red tops with white pants. Beautiful day here in Holly Springs. Rain's held off all day. Hopefully they can stay like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Last night we had a 5-hour, game last night because of the rain. And
runner takes off. Throws there. Oh, he slides in safely.
Nice. Very nicely done.
Dufourn with a stolen base there as he advances to second. Puts him in scoring position with one out. Miglarini hoping to bring him in.
This is a very important part of this game is when teams get these guys in scoring position, on base, can they drive them in? I think that's a way that, we have a lot of low-scoring games, but this has been happening, throughout the course of the day and yesterday's. Guys got to cash in.
Yep. That one chopped. Oh, we can't make a play. Let's see if he's sending him home. Randolph-Macon strikes first here early in the top of the first with Miglarini driving in an RBI, Dufourn, after Dufourn was walked.
Very nicely done with that hit, right over that second baseman to that little gap, driving that guy home.
Miglarini adds to his RBI total. That is 44 on the year. He's batting .368. That brings up number 5, Rick Spires, the right fielder. And an early mound visit from the catcher for Brackman for Denison. But yeah, Randolph-Macon, they are the favorite in this region with their high-powered their pitching, but also just stringing hits together left and right. So we might see that early in this game.
Right. I mean, they were ranked number 1, I think, for 5 weeks, this year. So clearly this is one of the better teams in the country. And, like I said last night, that maybe they're feeling their way through this thing a little bit. But now we'll see what they do today.
Miglerini on first. First pitch to Spires is a strike. Like we talked about with leaving runners on base, CNU left a lot of runners on base against Denison last night, and then only still won 5-1. So hopefully Denison can minimize. Oh, he squares a bunt. That's a nice bunt down third base line. He's beat it out.
He's there.
Randolph-Macon making some plays early here. Got a man on first and second now after Spires lays down that bunt. Runners on first and second, 1 out.
Very nicely done with that bunt. That's where you teach it. Right at that third base line, gives you a chance to get down that first base line, beat it out.
That brings up the first baseman, number 16, Joe Tizzolo.
Yeah, Joe Tizzolo, he's batting .381, 11 home runs this year, 54 RBIs. So he's definitely one of the more lively bats in this lineup.
Yeah.
With 2 on right now, this is a good position for Randolph-Macon.
Tizzolo takes the first pitch. Ball high and away. Yeah, this Randolph-Macon team, they really have some lively bats through this lineup. And that calls us for an early mound visit from the Denison coaching staff. So we're already seeing here early Randolph-Macon make some noise in this first inning. Already scratched one, got a man on first and second with 1 out, and one of the bigger hitters on their team. So I don't know how early Denison will go to their.
Right. This is a really, tough position. First inning, they're now facing one of the best bats in the lineup. And, right now I'm sure what they're talking about is how they want to play this out. What are the strengths of this batter to throw some pitches that he may not like, and also maybe just kind of calm his pitcher down a little bit. This is the first inning. It's a long way to go. But like I said, that visit probably was more just to say, hey, let's just do this, knock it out, let's move on to the next guy.
Yeah, like you said, just calm him down because for Denison, this is an elimination game.
Yeah.
So, they're kind of surviving advance right now. They just got to get through this game, but they're facing a real tough opponent in Randolph-Macon. So
it's a great point. It's probably why it kind of shows early in the game where Macon's playing a little bit more looser, and they're being a little more aggressive. And
very confident team.
Right.
The 1-0 swung on, foul down the first base line.
Very nice crowd today for this game too.
Yeah, Randolph-Macon, the 1 seed, brung their crowd all the way to Holly Springs. 1-1 gets in there for a strike. Goes 1-2. Tizzolo looking to make something happen here with 2 on and 1 out. Reese Yeargain on deck.
He's got to be very careful what kind of pitches he gives this guy.
Oh, he checked swing. Did he go? Yes, he went. And that's the first K of the day for Brackman as he gets a big out there against a very tough hitter.
It's a big out. Like I said, they're in a tough spot right there. And, and sure that's where that mound visit, was good for to maybe calm him back down and get that strikeout. And now let's see if they can get this guy out as well, get out this inning.
That brings up the catcher, Reese Yeargain, number 13. Still runners on first and second with 2 outs. Ball's outside. Denison did have some questions question some of their pitching coming into this tournament. Had a really good year, but some people just didn't look to pick off second there. But they had their number 1 guy go yesterday. So, but Brackman had a pretty good year. So we'll see how he handles this early adversity.
Right.
Ground to shortstop. It's a force out at second. They get out of the inning. Minimal damage done there for the Big Red as Randolph-Macon strikes first in the top of the first, and they take a 1-0 lead here in Holly Springs. And we're back here at Holly Springs, North Carolina. Starting on the mound for Randolph-Macon will be Nick Roth, bringing his 9-1 record here to Holly Springs. A 3.3 ERA. This will be his 14th start, 14th appearance. So I'm excited to watch what he can do.
Yeah, we are very to see how he starts, in comparison, to the Denison pitcher, Brackman, how he kind of struggled to that first inning. See how Roth comes out, see if he can establish, where his comfort zone is, strike zone, and see what he can do.
Tanner Johnson in the batter's box for the Big Red, number 8, the center fielder. Squared the bunt right there, takes a ball, 2-1 count. Swinging. Shortstop up to make the play for the Yellow Jackets.
Nice play.
That was Zach Evans at shortstop for Randolph making that play. Be 1 down. So Nick Roth making quick work of the first batter he sees. In steps Grady Payne, the DH for the Big Red.
Nice.
Payne batting .326 on the year. 4 homers, just 29 RBIs. Slices one of the second baseman, and just like that, 2 up, 2 down.
Very, different in the first inning where, a lot of pitches were thrown for each batter. Roth has been able to get out these first 2 guys very, very quickly, which is great because I'm sure they want to extend him long and, he can keep that pitch count down. This is something to look out for as we go through this game.
Yeah, Roth on the year has 73 innings pitched, and for 13 starts, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
2 down here as he faces the shortstop, Jack Blanchard. Blanchard batting .344. That's the second best batting average on the Big Red. So, pretty good hitting shortstop for Denison.
Big Red, just like Cornell.
1-1 count here. 2 outs early in the bottom of the first for Roth. Roth delivers, fouls that one off. 1-2 for Blanchard.
Be key right now, and whether if they get a hit or not, but just working Roth a little bit here. If he can get him throw some pitches and kind of figure out what he likes to do and kind of get a read on what he wants to do the rest of the game.
That pitch just a bit inside. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Brings count at 2-2. Roth trying to get out of this inning, going up 3 up, 3 down here.
Be a nice start for them.
As they got the early lead in the top of the first, taking it 1-0. There's a 2-2 swing and a miss, and that's Roth's first K of the game. And after one here in Holly Springs, the number 1 seed, Randolph-Macon, take a 1-0 early lead over the Denison Big Red. Heath Berringer and Bryson Gibson back with you here in Holly Springs, North Carolina at Ting Stadium as we start the top of the second inning with Randolph-Macon leading 1-0. In steps in Cole Grindy, the DH for the Yellow Jackets. First pitch swinging, ropes one down the first base line, and that will be an infield single.
As you can see already, Randolph-Macon picking off just where they left off in that first inning. Very aggressive, getting a single to start it off. Hopefully Brackman can settle into his pitching and get it going a little bit.
Yeah, Brackman 6-1 on the year, but struggling early here. But he is facing one of the best batting teams in this country.
That is very true. So I'm sure this is something that they'll just have to kind of settle into Brackman, and if he can get it going, he'll be just fine.
In steps in Michael Nichols.
Good block.
Nichols batting .283 on the year, third baseman. 1-0 delivery. Low again. Count goes 2-0. Yeah, Brackman just seems like he just needs to settle into this game and kind of just get going.
Yeah. I just think, like I said, Macon's putting a lot of pressure on him early, with getting these guys on base and how they've been very aggressive at the plate.
Finally gets a call strike there. Count 2-1. Yeah, if Denison doesn't settle in, get their bats going, it could be a long game for them.
Yeah, it could be. And like I said, Macon is the #1 team in this region for a reason. So they're just maybe flexing their muscle a little bit right now.
Count goes 3-1. Zach Evans, a shortstop, on deck. Evans batting just .254 on deck with 20 RBIs, but wouldn't want to walk him or walk Nichols and give him the opportunity with 2 men on and nobody out. 3-1. Runner's taken off. Swings count going to go 3-2.
As you can see, Macon's trying to be very aggressive on the base paths. In the first inning, I think Dufour had the same situation where he was going to steal and the foul off tip. So they were looking to really be aggressive on the pass and get guys in scoring position.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a hit and run. Maybe it was. Looks like the coach is not using signals, but they have wristbands on, so they give him numbers. But we'll see what they do here with the 3-2 count. Nobody out, 1 on first. And he'll walk him. That will bring up Zach Evans.
Here we are again. Position where Brackman, has 2 on. Now has no outs. And another situation where they're going to have to work through and get out of this inning without too much damage, hopefully. And, Macon's looking to capitalize right now. They have some opportunities early in this ball game.
Quickly, runners on first and second. Nobody out here for Randolph-Macon. Denison could be in some trouble here early. They're already getting the bullpen. I see some movement in the bullpen already.
I'm sure this is something that they did not want to happen this early,
Nope.
Especially with coming off pitching their ace yesterday. So getting into their bullpen this early is not a good sign. But hopefully Brackman, like you said, can settle down to this game.
Squaring the bunt. Oh, he pops that one up. I don't think the catcher's going to be able to make that play. That's one thing you do not want to do when you try to lay down a bunt is pop it up.
I said that first inning they had a great bunt down at third base line, so hope they get another one just like that.
Yeah. Oh, 1 count here for Evans. Man on first and second. Denison in some trouble here early in this game in the top of the second inning against Randolph-Macon. Evans squares the bunt again, fouls that one off. He's down 0-2 in this count. Randolph-Macon's won his first NCAA tournament game for the second time in 6 appearances. The Yellow Jackets went 0-2 in their first 4 NCAA trips, but have won their opening game for the second straight appearance.
Nice. So they get a little more comfortable now in this setting.
Yep. And you can kind of tell that early in this game, they just have that confidence, and Denison just doesn't seem to have that yet.
Right. And something to keep in mind, too, like we talked about in the first inning, is, Denison, this is their elimination game. And so being a team that knows this could be their last game versus Macon, who knows they have at least another game left in this region, kind of shows early in the game with some tightness, some jitters that are getting away right now for Denison.
That ball just a bit inside. Runs the count to 1-2. Still nobody out. Still seeing some action in that Denison bullpen. Wonder how long they'll let Brackman go in this game. But we'll see if he can get out of this jam with nobody out and 2 on.
I'm sure Denison hopes he can get out of this jam for their sake, for this ball game.
Evans looked like he wanted to go there, but held back. Count goes 2-2. Swinging. It's popped up right at the second baseman. And that will be caught by Noah Hahn, which brings the first out of the inning for Denison.
Like I said, must need it out. You can't get 3 before getting 1. So starting there. Hopefully, this can be the start of something getting out of this jam. But like I said, Macon, I'm sure they're looking at this opportunity to really put some more runs on the board to extend this lead.
That'll bring up the leadoff, Ryan Duforn, who walked in the first inning and came around to score. Squares around a bunt, fouls that one off.
It's like Macon is really trying to utilize the bunt game. They're a team that uses that a lot. They're using it a lot in these first 2 innings to try to advance runners. So something to look out for as we continue to see how they implement that throughout the game.
Duforn batting .363, 19 RBIs, looking to add to that total here. 1 out, 2 on. Pitch inside, fouls that one off down the first base line.
Turning out to be some great weather right now. This is awesome. Especially from yesterday with all the rain we had. Having a day like this, this is great. A little humid out there, but, a little humidity.
We're in here and there, so
right.
That's all.
That is a good thing to be inside.
Yes, sir. 0-2 pitch. A little high. Duforn lays off. Duforn trying to be patient at the plate, trying to bring these runners in.
They're really working this pitcher, Brackman. His pitch count is, it's going up, and he's throwing a lot of pitch for each batter, which is something that Denison, does not want to see early in the ball game.
Swinging, foul ball. Count still 1-2 with 1 out. Runners on first and second. Ryan Duforn at the plate for the Yellow Jackets. Brackman trying to get out of a early jam here, just like he ran into in the first inning. Swinging, he's fighting at the plate, fouling off another pitch.
He's really fighting at the plate. I mean, he's like I said, working Brackman right now, making him work for this out.
That's really what you want to see from your hitters. You get down, 2 strikes. You just want to keep battling.
Right.
Try to make the pitcher make a mistake. Brackman steps off the mound, tries to gather himself as he has 1 out and runners on first and second. Again, fouls another one off. He roped that one down the first baseline.
Dufresne's a tough out.
Yeah.
He's showing that right now. He will not go down without a battle.
One-two count here. Dufresne has fouled off the last 3 pitches. Still fighting in this 1-2 count with runners on first and second. Maybe could have picked off the man at second there, but not sure if Brackman and the shortstop were on the same page.
Yeah.
Swinging. Trying to turn 2
Can
here.
they turn 2? Can they get 2?
Oh, bad throw. He's going to come home. That will be another run for Randolph-Macon as an errant throw. Trying to turn 2, but only 1 run gets in. They get 1 out, so that'll be 2 outs for Denison as another run crosses the plate for the Yellow Jackets. They take a 2-0 lead.
Bad error right there. Trying to turn 2. I love the aggression there of trying to get 2, but you got to execute it, or at least not have a wild throw, because now that costs you a run. That run will probably come back to bite you here if they can't get the bats going.
Yeah, especially with a team like Randolph-Macon with the live bats they have through this lineup. You got to try to hold them to as many runs as you can.
You don't want to give them anything, that's for sure.
Yeah. That steps in Jeff Butler, the second baseman. Flew out to left field his last time at bat. Runner on first with 2 outs. Runner going.
He's gone.
Swinging. Pop fly to left field. And that play will be made by Vince Walker. But Randolph-Macon scratches another one across the plate, and they take a 2-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the second here in Holly Springs. In steps in Brian McAuliffe for the Denison Big Red. Nick Roth coming back out, trying to make quick work, just like he did in the first inning.
Yeah, I'm sure Macon will love to run that back. That same inning he had with Roth on the mound.
It's a call and strike there. His count goes 1-1 against McAuliffe.
Be nice to see if Denison can get some guys on base and put Macon in some pressure situations.
McAuliffe down 1-2 here. Batting .254 on the year. Just 2 home runs and 31 RBIs, but hoping to get something going here. Squares that one up, grounded to the second baseman. Nice little backhand. That'll be the first quick out of the inning. Jeff Butler on the play there for Randolph-Macon at second base. And just like that.
Very nicely done by Macon, getting that ground out. Very routine play.
In steps in Sam Frazen, the catcher, number 32. 1 out. Squares up to bunt. Takes it back, gets a called ball. Fouls that one off. 1-1 count. Yeah, Roth this year just has only seven walks and 68 strikeouts, so that ratio is pretty good. Slow roller to the third baseman.
Nice play.
Makes
nice
that
play.
That's just like that. That's 2 down. That's Michael Nichols making that play at third base. 2 ground outs early here for Nick Roth. Is 2 up, 2 down for Denison.
It seems like Roth is able to, get to the pitches he likes to get those ground balls. Which are, the defensive design to get those ground outs. So that's good. Good on his part.
And just like that, Vince Walker grounds out, and Roth is out of that inning. And Randolph-Macon clinging to their 2-0 lead as we finish 2 innings here in Holly Springs. And we're back at Holly Springs with Randolph-Macon with a 2-0 lead to start the top of the third. And Danny Brackman back out on the mound for Denison. See if he can get back in a groove after giving up a run in both of the first inning.
Yeah, it'll be very key, I think, for Brackman to get off to a good start. Get some strikes and see him get comfortable in that strike zone, because right now it doesn't seem like he's settled quite in yet to what he wants to do.
Gets a big swing and a miss there from number 25, Cole Miglerini, who singled back in the first. Count goes 2-1.
And see, here it is again. Brackman's behind the count again. I think that's something that's been a steady, for him throughout this game, is he got to get a way to get ahead of the count and force the batters to some batter situations.
Nice little off-speed pitch there to get the count back 2-2. Yeah, with going against this Randolph-Macon lineup, you really can't get behind in the count against them, because you get into a hitter's count and you face a lot of good hitters, you'll be in trouble.
Right.
Fouls that one off. Miglerini fighting here. It counts 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. Yeah, like you said, the skies are pretty blue here, and rain's holding off. So
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it is. It's a great day right now for baseball, and hope we can keep this thing going.
2-2 fights that one off to the third baseman. Eats him up. Can he get there in time? Yes. Nice play there by the Denison third baseman, Jake Ryder, as it ate him up there for a second, but he scooped it back up and made the play.
Very nice recovery by him. He could have got rattled and do a misfire throw, but gathered himself and delivered a strike, the first.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 5, Rick Spires. Spires singled back in the first. Again, another first pitch ball for Brackman. You really got to work on just throwing strikes, getting ahead of the count against these Yellow Jacket hitters. Nice pitch there. Down in the zone for a strike.
I think that's the area of the strike zone he should try to work, down and see if those guys really can go down and get hits from there, but just put some pressure on him. See, he's working.
Another nice pitch, yeah. I mean, it's 6-1 on the year, so once he gets comfortable and gets going, I'm sure he can deal. That one chopped foul there by Spires. So it counts 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. That one got away from him, brings the count 2-2.
Like I said, I think what you're starting to see now from Brackman is he's reaching on work down the strike zone. That's something that was told to him during the other innings, but he's definitely focusing on that right now in this inning.
Gets Spires to pop up to the second baseman. And Hahn camped out underneath that one. Gets a second out. Looks like Brackman's starting to settle in a little bit as he goes 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the third inning.
Like I said, this game is still very early. So, for him and for Denison is, they haven't got up to the best start, but they're still in very much so striking distance.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any action in the bullpen anymore. I'm sure they were confident in Brackman. Just had to let him get comfortable, let him get set.
Have to be this point.
Denison facing elimination here in this South Regional in Holly Springs, North Carolina at Ting Stadium. Nice change up there. Gets number 16, Joe Tozzolo, swinging, the first baseman. 1-1 count. Here with 2 outs, nobody on. Ooh. That's a skyrocket right into the middle of the infield. Third baseman comes in, makes that play, and Brackman settles in there in the top of the third, and nobody on. Randolph-Macon still clinging to their 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the third. And we're back here at Holly Springs as Jake Ryder steps in to face Nick Roth, and Nick Roth's third inning. Squares up to bunt. Ryder right back to Roth. Roth slings it over to first, and that's a first quick out for Roth. And just like other innings, quick outs for him.
Quick work. I think for Denison, you want to see a little bit more patience up there at bats because, like I said, Roth has made very quick work when he's been on the mound. And so you want to see a little bit more of that, a little more patience at the bat. Denison.
That brings up number 3, Joseph Madewell. Takes a first pitch strike. Madewell batting .229 on the year. Sends that one into right field. And quickly 2 outs there for Randolph-Macon. And their starter, Nick Roth.
Nick Roth, I mean, he's just sending them up and sending them right back down.
Yeah. Not many batters for Denison have really made him pitch to him. Just
right.
Swinging early and putting it in play.
Right. I think they're trying to be aggressive, which is good. When they see a pitch they think they like, take a swing at it. But, I think you just got to hopefully make sure they can work that pitch count just a little bit, see if he can make a mistake. He's a strong pitcher.
Noah Hahn, the second baseman, squared up to bunt, but took a ball. 2 outs, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the third. That one fouled straight back. Brings the count to 1-1. Yeah, this ballpark for the Holly Springs Salamanders it's a really nice ballpark. Turf field. Really nice setting for this South Regional Division III, baseball tournament.
For sure. This is where our guys play. At William Peace University, we play on this field. And our guys really enjoy it, and it's been definitely a great host site for this South Regional, and I've heard nothing but good things from the fans and people all associated with it.
Yeah, that takes count 2-1. Huge shout out to William Peace University for hosting this regional. They've done a great job so far.
Yeah, it's been great. I think we were very excited about getting this tournament and really being able to put our stamp on something and help out NCAA and hosting this regional. And I know we've all really enjoyed the action so far, and it's only got 2 more days of this. So.
Yeah. Marines counting full 3-2 for Hahn here, and the big red of Denison. Denison with that record of 32-11, that's still really impressive.
Yeah. They're a really strong team. I think for them, and when they play against a team like Macon, I know their league, they play against Worcester, who is a powerhouse. So they played a caliber team like Macon before. But it's all about, for them right now, just kind of getting, that first run and kind of getting really, really settled and putting the pressure on Macon.
3-2, he's fouling them off. He's fighting here.
I think the first time we've seen a Denison batter really come in here and fight, which is, could be signs of, maybe they're starting to get a beat on what Roth likes to do. And hopefully this will turn into some runs here very soon for them. Yeah,
this is the first time I think we've seen Roth had to really throw multiple pitches in one at bat. 3-2 count here, 2 outs. Oh, he rings him up, and that's a backwards K for Roth. And just like that, he sits him down, 3 up, 3 down. And Randolph-Macon clinging to their 2-0 lead. We'll be back. And we are back here at Holly Springs. Reese Jurgen stepping into face off against Danny Brackman once again. Jurgen grounded out to the shortstop, his last at bat. See if he can do something different here in the top of the fourth. Nice first pitch strike there for Brackman.
Good start for Brackman. Just him seeing that strike early in the count. Be great for him to stay on top of that count as much as he can.
Yeah, I really think he's starting to settle in. One pitch. Nice curveball there. Blue didn't like it. Count goes 2-1.
Tough call right there. It looked good from here.
Yep.
But he has a better view than us. So
yeah, he does.
I'll rely on the ump for that one.
Yeah. 2-1 swinging over the shortstop. Nice backhand play. Just like that. And Jurgen's sitting down.
Nice, like I said, backhand play by the shortstop.
That's Jack Blanchard playing shortstop for Denison, making that play. That'll bring up Cole Grindy, the DH. One out, nobody on here for Brackman. That's back-to-back batters. He gets first pitch strikes.
Big indicator of him getting more comfortable.
Up early, 0-2 here. As he gets Grindy swinging. Up 0-2 here. Brackman shakes off one pitch. Grindy fouls that one off, still 0-2. Grindy on the year, batting .424. Very impressive batting average. He's only started 7 games, though, so this will be his 8th start. But .424 in 19 appearances, that's still pretty good.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah. That one chopped down the first base line real slow. Nice play by Brackman to get over there and flip that one to the first baseman. So just like that, Brackman seemed to get in the rhythm. It goes up, or goes 2 up, 2 down.
Seems like some of that Nick Roth quickness starting to rub off with him. Some quick work, He took some notes over there. Good sign for Denison. Like I said, I think they want to try to, get him out of here and keep him going, extend him as long as they can.
Nice pitch, finds the outside corner, and once again he gets a first pitch strike. Brackman really seems to be settling into this game after giving up a run in the first and the second. But here in the top of the fourth, he's settling in nicely. Back-to-back getting up in the count 0-2.
Yeah, this may be the inning where we look to and say, this is where he really settled, and this is where hopefully Denison can take off. So he should getting a real read on batters and where he wants to throw them.
Is Michael Nichols up to bat, the third baseman for Randolph-Macon. Nichols walked in the first or second inning. It's a pop-up over third base side. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough room, and that is out of play.
Oh, that's one of those web gym plays. Would have loved to see him lay out, but that was a little too far for him to do something with that. So.
I was talking about in the first game, most of these players aren't really used to the big dimensions of a ballpark like this.
Yes. But we did see some great plays out in the outfield. A couple diving catches. I know one in the bottom of the ninth. I think LaGrange had one that was actually a big catch in that part of the ball game. It could have been a scoring run. But, some good plays out here today. And the bigger field has definitely made its impact.
1-2 count here. 2 out, nobody on. That was roped into right field, but that will be right to the right fielder of Denison, Joseph Medwell. And just like that, it seems like Danny Brackman has settled in. But Randolph-Macon still clings to a 2-0 lead here in Holly Springs as we head to the bottom of the 4th. And we're back here in Holly Springs for the bottom of the 4th. Tanner Johnson steps in to face off against Nick Roth, who has retired every batter he's seen so far.
It's quite impressive. Here in the top of the 4th, I'm sure, they just want him to get some outs. So however he gets them, but it's good that he's retired everybody he's seen so far.
First pitch swinging once again for a big red batter, and that's straight to the center fielder, Ryan Duforn. And just like that, 1 up, 1 down.
I would love to know, how many outs have they gotten today where off one pitch?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Which is, I think for Denison, like I said, I think you want to go up there and be aggressive, but also you want to work him a little bit. You want to kind of have him go in his arsenal and have him try to make a mistake. A guy like Roth, who's, really good, is really solid. You want to kind of work him to make a mistake because he's going to throw some good pitches.
That brings up the DH, Grady Payne. He grounded out to second base back in the first inning. Takes that for a ball. One-0. Just outside. Brings the count 2-0 for Payne. Payne batting .326 on the year. 4 home runs, 29 RBIs. That pitch just inside, and Roth takes the count to 3-0 here.
Now we see Roth in a little bit of position here. See how he bounces back from this and what he does.
And he walks him in 4 pitches. Just like that. The perfect game is no more.
Yeah, we were talking about a little bit off the air, and we didn't want to bring it up, but glad we didn't. We would have been the crew that caused the jinx. So,
yeah. Well, in steps in the shortstop, Jack Blanchard. Batting .344 on the year. Blanchard grounded out. Excuse me, Blanchard struck out in the first inning. Takes first pitch ball. And we'll see how Roth handles this with his first runner on in this game.
Yeah, good spot for here for Denison. Let's see what they can do. Like I said, only down 2 runs, so this could be a position where they can get on the board here. and apply some pressure to Macon.
Nice quick pickoff move there, Roth over to first, but Payne dives back in. Swinging, chopped down the third base line. That was well hit, just couldn't keep it fair. Count goes to 1-1.
Roth has really good location on his pitches. Seems like he has a good control, knows where he wants to put these pitches, which is good. It's a sign of a good pitcher and a sign of a guy that knows exactly what he wants to do in that mound.
Going to get a quick pickoff move over to Payne at first, but didn't get him in time. It was a little close, though.
Yeah. Keeping him honest. He wants him on that bag. Does not want him getting that lead. Takes another big lead out here.
Denison looking to manufacture some runs here. Again, another pickoff move. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Denison still scoreless. No hits yet. Their first base run of the game off a walk from Roth. Roth gets a nice strike there. Gets ahead in the count, 1-2.
Got a nice breeze going now out there. See that American flag waving.
Yeah, I can see some clouds starting to come over. Hopefully the rain can hold off, but for right now, it's still a pretty day here at Holly Springs. Ross steps off the mound, takes time. He's up in the count here, 1-2. It's one out and a runner on first. Probably looking for a ground out, trying to get to a double play here. Get out of this inning. Runner takes off. It's a little hit and run. Pop fly to first. Could get a double play here if they catch it in time. Oh, they get the out, but a little miscommunication on who was covering first there. But they do get the out, and that makes it 2 out. Still running on first.
Yeah, good. I mean, good effort by Macon to try to turn two on that aggression. But now, like I said, good position now to get out this inning. Still got that run on first, but yeah, good pop out there on that last at bat.
That brings up the first baseman, Brian McAuliffe. He grounded out to the second baseman his last at bat.
I'm sure the Denison faithful here who has traveled in good numbers would love something to cheer about here. This may not be the inning for it, but they look pretty antsy over there.
Yeah.
They've been tailgating all week, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah. Nothing better than seeing some good old-fashioned tailgating at a, baseball regional. Oh, 1 count here. Quick pickoff move over to first base. Keeping Payne honest over there.
Keeping him honest. Does not want him to get still second. But it'll put him in scoring position, so.
All just a bit inside. Brings the count to 1-1 for McAuliffe. McAuliffe batting .254 on the year. Just 2 home runs, 31 RBIs. Looking to get a 2-out hit here, get something going for the Big Red. Another pickoff move. Looked close there, but called safe. Roth has a pretty quick pickoff move over to first. He's shown his best move so far.
Yeah, and then, kind of going into Denison a little bit more this year, I think this is something that's a trend for them. Their team likes to score a lot in the late innings. They outscore opponents, 43-15 in the 8th inning this year. So,
wow,
this could be something that something that they're kind of comfortable in this position. As long as they're stay in striking distance, bats usually come alive late.
That one fouled off down the first base line or third base line. But yeah, wow. In the 8th inning, that's some late game heroics. They must be used to that.
Yeah. That's why the crowd's pretty comfortable right now. They're probably like, oh, we're used to this.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for the eighth inning to come along, and we'll come alive.
Yeah.
Not sure if you want to wait with that with Macon, but we'll guess we'll have to find out and see.
Yeah, Randolph-Macon, they have so many, high-powered bats in their lineup. You don't really want to take your chances against this team. 1-2 count here for McAuliffe. Swinging, that's hit dead center. Right to the center fielder's glove of Ryan Duforn. And just like that, Randolph-Macon retires aside. Clinging to their 2-0 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning. And we're back here in Holly Springs to start the top of the 5th inning with Zach Evans, the shortstop, stepping in for Randolph-Macon. And Danny Brackman back on the mound for the Big Red. First pitch ball there. That's one thing we saw Brackman do in the last couple of innings. Once he settled in, to start pitching strikes for the first pitch and getting settled in when he faces batters. That one well hit to the second baseman, scooped up, and nice play by Noah Hahn.
It seems like lately Brackman's been able to not only settle but making some quicker work than he was the first couple innings. He's been able to get out of at bats with maybe 2 or 3 pitches,
keeping that pitch count down.
Right, which is a good sign for Denison as they go forward in this game.
That brings up the leadoff, Ryan Duforn. Nice curveball there from Brackman. In for a strike.
For some reason, I really like that last name, Duforn. Just got a ring to it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Duforn swinging, popped up. Shortstop's calling it. Called off by a left fielder. Vince Walker making the play, and 2 up, 2 down, just like that for Brackman.
Quick work. I think this is for Denison, I think now they settled in defensively, but now we got to get those bats going. And so hopefully you see that start turning around, because I think Macon is allowing them opportunities to come and make a little comeback in this thing.
That brings up number 1, Jeff Butler, the second baseman. He's flown out to left field, his both at bats. He walked over to talk to the third base coach, and he might be telling him to stay a little patient. These first 2 batters in this inning, didn't take many pitches, didn't make Brackman work that much. So he might be telling him to be patient and make him work.
Right, and I think that's a good strategy. I mean, I think If we work late into this ball game, you see, pitchers, of course, get more fatigue, and you want to work that pitch count and then get what you like. The pitch.
Another nice off-speed pitch there, curveball from Brackman. That's really been going his way this inning. If he gets his off-speed going, he should be pretty comfortable the rest of the game. He's starting to settle in nicely. Ball just a little low and outside there. Brings count to 1-1 for Butler. Jeff Butler batting .349 on the year, 8 home runs, and 39 RBIs. Pretty powerful for a second baseman in the 2-hole.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a little more patient at bat here. We see from Butler. Maybe you were right. Maybe you really, he told him, hey, look, let's be more patient. Let's see what this guy got.
Make him pitch to you. Make him throw strikes, and just like that, he's in a 3-1 count.
And it's funny. Sometimes these coaches know what they're talking about.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Sometimes.
Three-one count here, 2 out. Brackman delivers. Swinging. That's ripped down in between center and right field. Looked like he was going to stretch a double there, but he stays at first.
Very nicely at bat. Very nicely done. Got the count he wanted, 3-1. Got the pitch he wanted, right into the gap. Like I said, I think, we'll see if that's more of the comfort making is they accept it to the plate and they're patient and they're at bat to get the pitch that they want.
That'll bring up the left fielder Cole Migliorini. He singled back in the first and grounded out in the third. See if they can get something going on here with 2 outs and get some insurance runs. And Brackman looking to get out of this inning pretty quickly. Ball just a bit outside there.
I got to say this. We went up to Randolph-Macon last year to play them in a basketball game. Really great campus and facilities. One of the best, I've seen at this level. And then Coach Merkel, good friend of mine, their head coach, good guy as well.
That one ripped into left field. Back-to-back singles for the Yellow Jackets. Maybe they'll get something brewing here with 2 outs.
Nice, very nicely done. You rarely see teams that are able to get the bat scoring with 2 outs on the plate. So shows that this lineup is dangerous at any point in the game. And the second you decide to sleep, they can wake up.
That brings up Rick Spires, the right fielder, who singled back in the first and flew out in the third. Spires batting .323 on the year. This is a ball club that really has some lively bats all throughout the lineup. So even with 2 outs, they can still be dangerous. Brackman gets a first pitch strike there.
And for a pitcher, this is a tough lineup to face because you never can take a breath. Each guy comes up capable, dangerous, can drive runs in. And so you always have to just be focused and make sure you're sending and you're really focusing on those pitches that you're throwing.
Got to stay locked in against this Randolph-Macon lineup. Nice pitch there. Gets Spires to go down and try to get one.
He was chasing that one, huh?
Yeah. Down 0-2 here with 2 outs.
I think for Denison right now, this is a very key moment in the ball game. Is like you said, if you can keep making from getting a couple more runs here and staying down 2, this thing stretches to 3 or 4 runs. And we've seen Roth has been very solid on the mound. Could be a sign of negative things for Denison.
Trying to get Spires to chase again there. Down 0-2. Count goes 1-2. Runners on first and second here for Randolph-Macon in the top of the 5th inning. Brackman struggled early in the first and second inning, giving 1 run up in each. But since then, he's been locked in. He's been pitching pretty well.
Yeah, locked in. I think that first couple of innings he had to settle into the zone. But now he's starting to, get a little more comfortable. But he is in a jam right now, with 2 on, and he does have 2 outs, so he just needs a ground ball pop out would be great. Get out this inning.
Swinging, Spires fouls it off. Still fighting here with 2 strikes. Anytime you can get something going with 2 outs, that's pretty good. So Yellow Jackets trying to get some more insurance runs here. Spires awaits the 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging.
Big strikeout.
Big strikeout for Brackman. And just like that, Randolph-Macon is retired. Still up 2-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th. And we're back with Sam Frazen stepping in the box to face Nick Roth once again. Roth coming back out onto the mound for the bottom of the 5th. Roth's really been dealing so far.
He has been dealing. He has been as good as the billing has said about him.
Frazen down 0-2 here early. Roth's really been making some quick work of these big red batters.
I think what he does a really good job of is he comes out the inning right in attack mode. He's not wasting any time. He's getting to the pitches he likes. He's locating very well. So he puts a lot of pressure on, Denison to, those batters. Like they got to come up. If they see a pitch they like, maybe hit it, but maybe they're kind of second-guessing themselves a little bit right now.
Ooh, fouled off his foot there. Hopefully he's okay. Those sting a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going through a little bit of pain right now. They didn't look pretty. He's limping around a little bit, hoping he can gather himself and finish his at bat.
That's Sam Frazen, the catcher.
Like I said, this has been a great experience for us hosting this regional, and for our school. This is our 7th year co-ed institution, and with this sports and athletics stuff we're trying to add, this is great to get involved in this way. And for me personally, I went to William Peace, graduated in 2015, and part of the basketball program, and Coach Shields, who's been the head coach throughout those years, and seeing where that program is going, and all other programs are following suit. It's an exciting time for us, our athletic department, and like I said, really excited to be here today in Holly Springs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. William Peace University, great host to this Division III Baseball South Regional.
Yeah. Like I said, this region has been pretty tight games. You know, like I said, not a lot of scoring, but tight games throughout, which is awesome.
Well, Frazen steps back in the box, seems to be okay. Roth gets him nice play by Roth off the mound. Roth just doing it all today.
He's a man on a mission today on that mound.
Yes.
He came here for one reason, and to get a win today. He's playing like it.
That brings up the left fielder, number 21, Vince Walker. Nick Roth, he started the year 8-0, his first 8 appearances. He won every single one of them. Started off 8-0, and he's 9-1 right now. So
he's not even the ace.
Yeah, yeah, he's their day 2 guy. So
yeah, I think their ace is a guy that's got some MLB interest right now. So it just shows you the depth and quality of talent that Macon has at their disposal, which makes reason why they're one of the top teams in this region and one of the top teams in the country. So
very impressive, yes. So here we are in the bottom of the 5th inning in Holly Springs, North Carolina at Ting Stadium as Randolph-Macon is facing off against Denison, the Big Red of Denison, as they're up. Randolph-Macon's up 2-0. That line down third base line, not a very good throw to first base. And
not a great throw.
That breaks up the no-hitter.
It does break up the no-hitter. I'm sure Roth might have he might have a stern talk to that third baseman here very soon.
He might.
Hey, man, what's up with that throw he had?
Yeah.
Messed my no-hitter bid up, but I'm sure he'll be happy with just the win. And right now they'll adjust and hopefully be able to gather themselves and get these 2 outs that they need.
Yep. That steps in the third baseman, Jake Ryder. Nice pickoff there by Roth. Roth has had a very quick pickoff move throughout the game. Has some close calls.
Yeah, he's definitely keeping those runners honest, making sure he's keeping them on the bags.
That pitch gets away. Runner's looking to go to third. Stays at second. Actually, the no-hitter's still intact. They're counting that as an error. So no-hitter still intact for Roth, but the runner has moved in a scoring position. So hopefully he can get out of this inning with only 1 out so far, with Jake Ryder at the plate, and they count 1-0.
That's good for that third baseman because he just saved himself from a stern talking to from Roth probably. But like I said, I think for Macon, they want to be able to get this jam. That runner's now advanced to second now, and so now they're caught themselves in a little bit of a jam. Now Denison, can they capitalize? This is a part of the ball game that you got to execute, and you got to opportunities come, you got to capitalize here.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Denison in this game. Really being the underdog, Randolph-Macon, one of the top teams in the country. So just only being down 2, runner on second and 1 out, they got to capitalize in this inning.
This is a big moment for Denison.
Squares the bunt, lays it down, nice bunt down the third. Oh, rolls foul.
Just dribble it out. And, for Denison, I think, like I said, they play small ball. This is something that they've been doing all season. They led their conference in sacrifice bunts, ranked 27th in D3 baseball with 36 bunts this season. So this is something they do. When runners get in scoring position, they have no problem sacrificing to move runners and to score runs.
That's why this moment's so big for them. They need to capitalize here. Bottom of the 5th, 1-1 count, 1 out. Man on second for number 4, Jake Ryder, the third baseman. Roth looks to pick off at second. Not sure if him and the second baseman were on the same page there. They're trying to get on the same page now.
Yeah. Both teams have tried that pick off from second and haven't been able to execute yet. But both teams are definitely looking to do that if possible.
1-1. Just a bit inside. Ross shakes off the first signal. Trying to see what he feels comfortable with the man on second, 1 out. Gets a pop fly in the center field. That's Dufour, comes in and makes the play.
Nice play, and like you said, he shook off, that first pitch that he didn't like, got to the one he wanted, and it's like he's a smart man getting that pop out.
Yep. 2 outs here as the right fielder, Joseph Medwell, now grounds out to shortstop. Oh, couldn't scoop it up.
Oh, wow. Big play.
And a run will score for the Big Red. Just like that, they're on the board, and it's 2-1.
Well, that was, Macon benefit from a wild throw, too. One of their runs came from that. So a little bit of karma, as we can say here. For Denison, but this could be the moment where they get confident and they can turn some things around right here.
Just like that, it's a 2-1 ball game with a runner on second. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. I'm sorry, bottom of the 5th. Roth looking to get out of this jam. A little low there for a ball.
And now this is now turned into a moment for Roth. He's in a little bit of pressure now. Now they're about to have a meeting right quick with his manager and talk about some things. But I think now we'll really see what he's made of. He's been pretty comfortable all throughout the day, rock solid. But let's see how he reacts to some pressure.
Noah Hahn up to bat, the second baseman for the Big Red. Hahn on the year batting .238, only 18 RBIs, but if he get a base hit here, his 19th RBI would be a big one.
Yeah, I think this is a big moment in Denison. I think they understand. Well, both teams understand this is a big moment in this ball game, and they need to capitalize and execute. And I think for Denison right now is a base hit and to get this crowd more involved in this game would be great for them going forward.
Ross still looks comfortable up there. He's been doing what he needs to do. Couldn't get Hahn to chase there. Count goes 2-0. Here in the bottom of the 5th. As Denison finally strikes, brings the Randolph-Macon lead to 1. That one's fouled off behind the plate.
Every time we say Big Red, I think about Big Red chewing gum.
Yeah.
I haven't had a piece in a while, so makes something I need to do pretty soon.
If they win this game, we might have to go get it back.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
That one fouled off again. Yeah, that's going to get in the stands. Hahn fighting here, trying to get something going. 2 outs, but got a runner in scoring position. 2-2 count.
And I love this at bat for Hahn. Just because he's fighting off. He's doing a great job of making Roth work, making him throw some pitches, get into his his array of pitches that he likes. Just see what he got, and let's say tire him out a little bit.
2-2 delivery. That one's popped up. Right, shortstop calls off third baseman just like that. Randolph-Macon's out of the inning, but the Big Red do strike and bring that Randolph-Macon lead just to 1. Is it 2-1 Randolph-Macon as we head to the top of the 6th here in Holly Springs. And we're back here in Holly Springs at Ting Stadium for the top of the 6th inning. Heath Behringer and Bryson Gibson here on the call with Randolph-Macon and Denison facing off in this game 2 of this Friday South Regional Division III NCAA baseball action.
Yeah, this is Tazula up the bat right here now, and he's one of their best in the lineup. So this is where I hope he can come up and make something happen for Randolph-Macon.
First pitch strike. Brackman really struggled early in the game, but he's gotten into a flow. Both these pitchers have done very well.
Yeah, they have. Both of these guys have, now getting to the latter half of the game, still looking pretty strong. It'll be interesting into this game for sure.
That one ropes foul down the right field line.
But here he is ahead of the count, Brackman, which is somewhere he needs to be throughout the game. And for these hitters in the lineup, it'll help him get through these guys. But, yeah, being ahead of the count is big for him, and he's shown that he can do it.
That one in the dirt, but brings the count to 1-2. To Zolo with a K in the first inning and flew out in the third. Still looking for his first hit of the game, but he's one of the big hitters on this team.
Yeah, one of the big hitters, and see what he can do right at bat.
Taking on that one. Count goes 2-2. He's battling back in this count.
As a hitter, it's very hard to stay patient when you get down 0-2 in the count and to kind of see pitches. You have the anxious, so it's very good to see him sit back and wait for his pitch that he likes.
Just like that, 3 straight balls and the count runs full for Joe Tozzolo. He steps back in the box. Brackman not looking to lose his first batter here as he went up 0-2.
Yeah. This is be a good out for him to get early, especially on Tozzolo.
Tozzolo fighting here.
That's something that's been a reoccurring thing with Macon. They do a really good job of just fighting when they get at bats. Very, very fundamentally sound. They've been coached to be that way at the plate. But how they execute it, most of these guys in their lineup do this, which is great.
3-2 pitch. Swinging, fighting, still fighting, fouling off balls left and right. Brackman hanging tough in this game after a rough start. Another foul ball.
Another one. Keep fighting. This, like I said, I think, this hitter and this pitcher knows as this game continues to stay close, and like I said, the inning that Denison just had with momentum, this is a big at-bat. One of their best guys up, and Brackman looking stronger. This is a big time at-bat.
That one popped up to left field. That's got the distance. Oh, nice play made at the warning track by the left fielder of Denison, Vince Walker. I thought that one had a chance.
Yeah. And when he hit it, made contact, I didn't know if it had a chance, but as he kept backing up, as he was, it was pretty close. Good play by Walker out there. Like I said, that was a big at-bat.
That brings up the catcher, Reese Juergen. Juergen's grounded out both of his at-bats. And we might be seeing a pitching change. Yes, we will. And that'll be it for Danny Brackman, as his outing goes for 5 1/3, only giving up 2 runs and 5 hits. But we'll come back and we'll let you know who's coming in the game for the Big Red. And we're back. Taylor Parrott entering the game, number 35, for the Big Red of Denison. 3.58 ERA on the year, 8.3 win-loss record. This will be his 16th appearance. He's started 11 games, has 71 innings pitched. So let's see what he can do against this hot-hitting Randolph-Macon lineup.
Yeah, I think for him is just as Brackman did, he's got comfortable to try to stay ahead of that count. And good start right now with the first strike.
Just like that, gets a quick grounder to the shortstop.
Nice
play made. The quick out. It's 2 outs now. For Macon now, with just pitching change for them, they'll have to,
Now trying to adjust a little bit, see what he throws, and also kind of get a read on what he likes to do on the mound. And like I said, hopefully Denison can capitalize and, just could be the start of them getting really back into this game or taking over this game, rather.
Yeah, if the Big Red get this upset, that'd be huge.
It'd be great. I mean, I think it would cause more chaos in this region. You have a lot of teams. Tonight we have New Jersey taking on Christopher Newport. Depending on how that games go, but you could have a lot of teams sitting with one loss, which will be an exciting weekend ahead for baseball.
And back-to-back plays made by the shortstop, Jack Blankard. And just like that, the Big Reds out of the inning. They're still down 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the sixth here in Holly Springs. And we're back here in Holly Springs for the bottom of the sixth inning. Denison looking to strike again as they got a run last inning to bring the lead of Randolph-Macon just 2-1. But Roth is back on the mound, and he's been doing his thing today.
He has. It'd be interesting to see how long he goes. As you saw, Bradman got pulled last inning, and we see how far he goes into this game.
Oh, Tanner Johnson, the center fielder, trying to lay down a bunt there, but fouled it off himself, and he falls down on the count 0-2.
Yeah, you see they're trying to get that bunt game going again for Denison. As I said, one of the best teams in the country at the bunting game. They haven't really got it going yet today, but still some baseball left.
Foul tip there. Count still 0-2. Denison still hanging around in this game, and like you said, they really come back in late game with late game heroics, and if they get this upset, I'm gonna have to go give me some Big Red gum.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that's already on my mind anyway. But for Denison though, this is a very comfortable place for them. They're not in this position. They're in this position for a reason. Being here in the regionals and coming from behind and playing late into a ball game is something they do.
Yep, count goes 2-2 here. Clouds still holding off. Still a beautiful day here in Holly Springs. I might have to take a picture and set a new background on my phone.
Yeah, it's a new wallpaper, huh?
Yeah. But 2-2 count here. Bottom of the sixth. Ooh, lays off. Count goes full after starting 0-2.
Yeah, he's Tanner Johnson has fought back in this at bat. Like I said, it'd be interesting to see how long Ross was stay on that mound for Macon.
Swinging, ground ball to second base. A nice routine play there. Jeff Butler over at second base for Yellow Jackets makes the play. That'll bring up the DH, Grady Payne, for the Big Red. here in the bottom of the 6th.
Bottom of the 6th here, and I think for both teams now, the moment gets a little bit bigger. This is a big game. NCAA regional game, but you really start to see who wants to shine in these moments, these pressure moments.
Now the first nice play by the third baseman. Can he make the throw? Yes, he can. What a play by the third baseman, Michael Nichols for Randolph-Macon.
That's one of those old school web gems right there.
Yes, sir. What a play.
We got to get the cameras out for this guy, man.
Great play there, and just like that, 2 up, 2 down for Roth on the mound.
That's one of those plays as a pitcher. You look at that third baseman like, I owe you one.
Yeah, yeah. That brings up the shortstop, Jack Blanchard. Check swing there, see if he went. No, he did not go. Makes count 1-0. Roth throws another ball, takes the count 2-0.
We've seen now for the last couple of innings, Roth has gotten behind in the pitch count, and so I wonder if that's some fatigue. I don't see anybody, but there's somebody warming up the bullpen, it looks like, or maybe not. Interesting how long they want to keep him out there, though.
Yeah, I do see some action down there, but as long as he's staying strong, I feel like they might let him keep going.
Well, of course, I'm making a safe assumption. He's a competitor. He wants to be out there on that mound.
Oh yeah,
and he wants to finish his game out. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Nice pitch there, and for a strike, brings the count to 2-2. Roth, one of the go-to guys for Randolph-Macon all year, bring this 9-1 record to this South Regional. Nice little check swing. Roth off the mound again, making another play. He's doing it all.
Nick Roth, the stabilizer today for Macon.
Yes, sir. Just like that, 6 innings over, we'll head to the top of the 7th. Randolph-Macon with a 2-1 lead here in Holly Springs. And we're back here for the top of the 7th in Holly Springs. Number 30, Michael Nichols stepping in, the third baseman. He walked in the 2nd inning and flew out in the 4th. Nice curveball there, just a little too high in the zone for Taylor Parrott. This will be the first time Nichols faces Parrott.
Seems like he has some really good velocity. on his pitches. Parrott does.
Yeah.
Look quite different. Brakeman was doing a lot of breaking balls and more centered around location. This guy's kind of just throwing it right at you.
Yep. Couldn't get that call. Just a bit outside. Starts this count off 3-0. Parrott looking to fight back here. Finally gets a strike. It looked like Michael Nichols was taken all the way. 3-1 hitters count here. Nobody on, nobody out to start the top of the 7th inning. And just like that, Randolph-Macon has a runner aboard as the shortstop, Zach Evans, comes up to bat.
And like I said, for Parrott, as he came in last inning, looked pretty strong, but it was a short inning. He came in for just 2 outs. So he's still really kind of getting in his groove. But like I said, this is no time to be waiting. This is an elimination game for Denison, all's on the line, so he'll need to pick it up rather quickly for them to have a chance.
Squaring a bunt, lays it down the first base line. Nice bunt. Will move the runner over. Nice sacrifice bunt there from the shortstop, Zach Evans.
Very nicely done. And that is, taking a page out of Denison's book. That's what they're known for. One of the best teams in the country is sacrifice bunting. But as you see, Macon says, hey, we can do it too. All the power they have in their lineup, but they can play, situational baseball just as good as they can as well.
And that brings up the leadoff batter, the center fielder, Ryan Duforn. Fun fact about Duforn, Duforn has reached base safely in 67 straight games.
Wow.
Well, 68 now if you count this one.
I knew I liked that guy.
Yeah.
First
name.
First was his last name.
Yeah.
Now it's his baseball ability.
Yeah, kid can play. And Duforn steps in with 1 out. One out, the runner on second for Duforn here. Nice pitch there, just a bit outside for the blue.
Bit outside, but for this pitcher right now, is this guy Duforn at the bat. He's been really good at battling throughout the day, so this should probably be a longer at bat. Just how he likes to be patient.
Curveball up in the zone there. Duforn batting .363 this year. No home runs, but he's got 19 RBIs. And with the man on second, he's hoping to make it 20 and extend this lead to, 2 runs.
Yeah, Macon's been stuck on this 2 runs, and this is what happened to them yesterday. They scored, 2 runs, and they got kind of stuck on that. So they need to kind of pick it up here a little bit.
That strike brings the count to 2-2. Duforn looking to make something happen here for the Yellow Jackets in the top of the 7th inning. Tries to go down and get that one, just battles it off. Like you said, that's what he's been doing all day.
Oh, he's going to battle. This kid will go up there and, he's going to wait for his pitch, but until he gets one, he's going to battle you off. He makes it very tough on the pitcher.
Parrott also battling on the mound, trying to keep this lead just to 1. That pitch just a little high and away. Brings the count full. With 1 out, we'll see if the runner gets an early start here with a full count. Just 1 out, though.
Just 1 out. But a very big part of the ball game right now. Very big. Ooh.
Walks him.
Like I said, man, he's going to battle. He's going to battle. He said he reached base 67 straight games. So it's something he does very well, Duforn.
That puts runners on first and second for the second baseman, Jeff Butler. Jeff Butler batting .349 this year with 8 home runs and 39 RBIs. So if anybody's going to bring these runs in, it's going to be Butler.
Yeah, and what a spot for him. I think that's why you see Denison going to have a little conversation with his pitcher now. Hey, this guy's coming up. 1 out, 2 on. This could be a very, very pivotal point in the game. And it'll be interesting to see, how this at bat will go out. I'm sure Macon's telling Butler, hey, you're a good hitter, but be patient up there. Don't rush. Don't get too aggressive. Wait for the one you want. And that's something I think they've done throughout the day, is be very patient at their at bats.
If Denison can get out of this, no runs, then they'll still be able to hang around late in this game. But Randolph-Macon really could open this game up right here.
Yeah, I don't see Denison as the type of team that can really just rally off a bunch of runs. They don't have a lot of power throughout their lineup. Like I said, they're really focused on playing a small ball for their team, and so this is a big piece of the game, because if they were to get some couple runs here, Macon, it could be out of reach. Even though they are a comeback team, and they have gotten here this far because of that. So we'll have to see how this thing plays out.
Already seeing some action out in the Denison bullpen, but we'll see if Parrott can get out of this inning with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Man on first and second. Big hitting Jeff Butler up to bat. Starts him off with the curveball. Goes in for a ball high. Jeff Butler flew out in the first and second inning and had a single in the 5th. Takes that one for a strike. Brings the count to 1-1. Ripped out in the center field. Is it going to drop? Diving play not made. And he's going to hold the runner at third. Nice piece of hitting there from Jeff Butler, and that'll load the bases up.
Bases are loaded.
Cole Miglarini.
And I'll say, good effort out there by the center fielder to try to make that catch. And we've seen some spectacular catches today. But, that was a little out of reach. But able to get the throw in. That guy from second wasn't able to score because of the throw. And if you give yourself a chance, this is a very, very, very tight spot for Denison. I can see their crowd faithful over there, kind of sitting on the edge of their seats. Want to see how this is going to play out for them.
Miglarini with 43 RBIs on the year, so he's hoping to add to that total here. With the bases loaded and 1 out, like I said, Randolph-Macon could open this game up right here.
They could. And, I think for Macon, they know that, hey, this is the point of the game where we can really impose our will. We go up 2-3 runs right now.
That one blasted into center field.
It's going to be a play at the plate.
1-track power. The run should get in. Everybody will be safe. So just like that, the Yellow Jackets extend their lead 3-1 on a sacrifice fly from Miglarini.
Good situational baseball there by Randolph-Macon. Get that run in. Now for Denison, can you stop the bleeding? You don't want this to turn into 2-3 more runs, especially with how this game has flowed so far.
I think we're about to see a pitching change for the Big Red here in the top of the 7th inning as Randolph-Macon takes a 3-1 lead. When we come back, we'll let you know who's coming in to pitch for the Big Red. And we're back in Holly Springs with number 36, Mikey Rivera, entering the game for the Big Red. Rivera bringing in that strong 1.76 ERA on 27 appearances for Denison. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and they didn't bring him into an easy spot right now. So it shows they have a lot of trust in him, and right now they need him to come through with a big out right here.
First pitch strike there. Gets up in the count 0-1 with 2 outs and runners on second and third. First batter he's facing, number 5, Rick Spires, the right fielder. That ball just away. Count goes 1-1.
I think if you're Denison right here, you got to be really careful of not making any, errors. Don't give him anything. A wild pitch, a wild throw, or something like that. You want to make and earn it if they score here. So be fundamentally sound right here. Be very technical, and like I said, don't give anything to him.
Swing and a miss, foul ball. They really just need to try to get out of this inning with minimal damage.
Absolutely.
You get the bases loaded against Randolph-Macon, only give up 1 run. I mean, that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, that's against this team, that can turn into 3, 4, 5 runs. So 1 run is, like I said, stopping the bleeding. And so hopefully that's something that they can do right here and right now.
Gets him swinging, and just like that, the
He's
Big
pumped.
Reds out of that inning, bringing in some energy. Mikey Rivera coming in to pitch for the Big Red, gets him out of the inning, only giving up 1 run to Randolph-Macon as they take a 3-1 lead as we head to the 7th inning stretch. We'll be back here in Holly Springs.
I gotta have it on. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it big.
And we're back here in Holly Springs for the bottom of the 7th here at Ting Stadium for this South Regional Division III NCAA baseball action. And Nick Roth back out on the mound for this 7th inning. Starts off the curveball just a bit high, but Roth has been dealing, and he's given up 1 run, but off of errors, and his no-hitter's still intact.
It is very much intact. I think for him and Macon, this is the type of performance that, him bringing it today in this moment shows the type of player he is. And hopefully, like I said, he can keep it up. But if not, just get the win. That's all they're here for.
Yeah. But for Denison, they're kind of just hanging around, and, like you said earlier, they kind of manufacture runs late in games. So Roth has really still got to stay locked in and gets a ground ball to the second baseman here, and that'll be the first out of this inning. That was the right fielder. That was the first baseman, Brian McAuliffe, grounding out. But just like that, 1 up, 1 down.
And like I said, for Nick Roth, he has done this all day. He's gotten tight squeezes, but he's also been able to get out with quick outs. keeping his pitch count low on certain batters, getting out of there, and that's how you kind of work your way through long games is, keeping that pitch count down and working your way through the lineup.
We have a pitch hitter, number 22, Brad Baldinger, now entering the game for the Big Red, batting .333 on the year. This is his 12th appearance this year. Nice curveball there from Ross, just up in the zone. Brings the count to 1-1. Roth working quickly here. Another pitch right down the zone, gets up in the count 1-2.
I love to see, still from Nick Roth, what he's doing is as we get to the later part of this game, he's still got a lot of control of his pitches. Shows that he's a strong pitcher, mentally and physically. That's signs of a guy that's locked in right now and trying to get this win, and also get that no-hitter bid if he can.
Yeah. I think that mustache he has going for him is really helping him. And he gets a K right there for the pitch hitter, Brad Baldinger. Sits him down. That'll be his third K of the day. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th for Roth. In steps the left fielder Vince Walker. Walker, 1 for 2 on the day. Well, kind of on base, 1 for 2. Didn't have a hit because somebody still has a no-hitter intact.
That is very true. That is very true. We'll see if we can get one right now. If it's a good spot for him to get one. I think Denison is at a point where by any means necessary can manufacture some runs.
That one fouled off behind the plate. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. That's one thing Nick Roth has done all day. Just worked ahead in the counts, kept his pitch count down. He's just been doing his thing out there.
Yeah. He's very comfortable on the mound. You can see that even when he got in those moments when things got a little bit, tight for him, but he still stayed in command, threw good pitches, trusted the defense behind him to make the plays. And like I said, sign of a good pitcher and a good team, which Macon is.
Here comes his 0-2 delivery. Gets him swinging.
He's got good stuff still, guys.
No-hitter still intact here for Nick Roth. And Randolph-Macon Yellow Jackets up 3-1 as we head to the top of the 8th here in Holly Springs. Back here at Holly Springs. Coming up to bat for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon is Joe Tozzolo. Still in pitching for the Big Red. is Mikey Rivera. He come in and got that big out last inning. He was pretty pumped up coming off the field. Let's see if he can keep it shut down these last 2 innings for the Big Red.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll need that type of energy and determination to see if they make this rally and get this win today.
Tozzolo looking for his first hit of the game. He struck out in the first and flat out his next two at bats. So they've done a pretty good job facing him today so far. But with him being one of the bigger hitters on this team, and just like that might be his first hit of the game, and it is.
Right on cue.
Yep. There it is, and Randolph-Macon with a leadoff batter on base here in the top of the 8th inning, looking for some more insurance runs as they're still clinging to that 3-1 lead.
Yeah. I think for Denison, as you're starting to see the quality of hitters that are throughout Macon's lineup, just kind of wears on you. You bring in new pitchers and give them different looks, but these guys are just really good hitters. And so they're constantly putting guys on the bag, constantly putting pressure on you, which is something that Denison has not been able to do consistently throughout this game.
Jurgen squares the blunt, but that one rolls foul. Looks like the Yellow Jackets trying to move the runner over, trying to steal a page out of the Big Red of Denison's playbook there, trying to sacrifice bunt. Squares up again, lays it down, looked to go to, but just went one to get the out, but successfully moves the runner over to second.
Once again, just solid, fundamental, situational baseball. Moving that runner over, keeping that pressure on you. And I think for Macon right now is where, they're a really good team. This is where a really good teams show. Like, this is where you go put a couple runs on a team like this. Put them away now.
Yep.
Because right now, if you don't put runs on them, you let them keep that, hope, and they say they have a chance in this game, you don't want to get caught in that as this game continues. But as we know, Denison is really good late in the inning, so late in the game.
Cole Grundy taking a first pitch strike there with one out and a runner on second. Another one, but Blue didn't like that one as much. Go 1-1.
That was a tough call from here. It looked pretty good.
It did.
But he's been pretty consistent at the umpire with what he's calling. So, like I said, he has a better view than we do up here.
1-1 here. That one fouled off. Rivera's been throwing the ball pretty well ever since he's entered the game.
Yeah, that's a really good velocity, and like I said, he's definitely going at these hitters of Randolph-Macon. He's not, timid. He's throwing his stuff, and like I said, it's got him to this point, so why not?
That one lined up back the middle. Nice routine play there. Gets a second out of the inning, but does move the runner over to third. That'll bring up Michael Nichols, a third baseman. Nichols with a walk in the second inning and flew out in the fourth. And also another walk in the seventh, so let's see what he can do here. The runner on third, they're actually going to intentionally walk him.
Yeah, I guess Denison respects this guy and his power and what he's able to do. So here we are having an intentional walk here, and they're going to put him on first and take their chances.
Now to bring up the shortstop on deck, Zach Evans. Zach Evans with a fly out and a couple of ground outs in this game. But he will be up to bat with runners on first and second. With 2 outs. That's the forced play at second. But
Big.
Big at bat here for Denison.
Absolutely.
Trying to keep this game within striking distance here in the top of the 8th as it gets late in the game, and Roth is his Dylan, so they need to keep this game close.
Yes. I don't think you're going to get many runs off him. So, if they get some insurance runs here, the likelihood of them winning this game definitely increases a lot.
First pitch ball to Evans. Nice pickoff move there.
That was really close.
From Mikey Rivera. Stepped off like he was going to go to third and almost got Nichols over there at first base.
That was really good. And like I said, that was almost executed perfectly, but able to make him able to not get burned by it.
The ball just been outside. Actually, the sub back in the game, catcher now for the Big Red, number 22, Brad Baldlinger. But up to bat, Zach Evans for Randolph-Macon. Nice pitch there. Bring the count to 2-1.
Another patient at bat here for Macon, knowing that this is a big part of the game, and his guy wants to see if he can get a pitch he likes.
Runner's going to second. They throw down. Nobody's there. Runner's going to come home, play at the plate. Got him!
Big play.
Just like that. And here comes the head coach of Randolph-Macon. He's not happy with that call.
Man, that was a big-time play.
Tozzolo was not happy with that call. He slammed his helmet right after the call. But just like that, the threat of another run for Randolph-Macon shut down by the Big Red. And we'll head to the bottom of the 8th here in Holly Springs. And we're back here in Holly Springs for the bottom of the 8th inning. Once again, Nick Roth is taking the mound for Randolph-Macon, carrying his no-hitter into the 8th inning. First batter he will face will be Jack Ryder, the third baseman for the Big Red. Ryder, there it is. Oh, what a... Oh!
Needed an angel in the outfield on that play.
He did. They did.
So Matthew McConaughey help would have been really good there, but almost a great play there by the second baseman. But now, Denison is on, and like I said, 8th inning now. This is where they do their work.
It is. I was going to bring that up, and I guess I brought up the no-hitter a little too early. We'll see how they score that, whether it's a infield single or an error, but they're counting it as a hit.
Well, the good thing, Heath, is we're not in the dugout, so
yeah,
he didn't hear us talk about it.
Well, I apologize to Nick Roth for that one. But we'll move on with Denison, here it is. Their 8th inning gets their first runner on.
Oh, big play.
Just like that. Turn 2, and Randolph-Macon has 2 outs and nobody on in the bottom of the 8th.
I mean, that response right there just shows you.
This team.
Shows you right there. I mean, a play that almost happened, a credible play, didn't happen. They didn't get rattled. Roth comes right back, ground ball, double play.
Yep.
And puts right in a position now to get out this inning.
Yep. Now coming to bat, the second baseman, Noah Hahn. Hahn takes a first pitch strike. Nice curveball there from Roth. Didn't get the call. Count goes to 1-1.
See how you can respond to this, Denison.
Another nice pitch there. Rings him up, and just like that, Roth is out of the 8th inning. Loses his no-hitter, but he's still dealing.
He is dealing indeed.
When we come back, we'll have the 9th inning with Randolph-Macon up 3-1. Heath Barringer and Bryson Gibson back for this top of the 9th inning here in Holly Springs, North Carolina. Ting Stadium playing host to this Game 2 of Day 2 of regional baseball of the NCAA tournament. Well hit ball, and just like that, Randolph-Macon will have their first batter of the inning on base. That was Zach Evans, the shortstop.
I mean, it just kind of harping back on Randolph-Macon again. I mean, I hate to keep beating the dead horse, but, you know, the response of a good team is exactly what they're doing. You know what I mean? They took – Denison came out in the 8th inning, tried to get on a rally. They hit that double play, and now they come out opening with a single, you know?
Yep. Now the squares up to bunt, but pulls back, takes the ball. It's like anytime – you know, the big Rand of Denison thinks that, you know, they have a little hope going. It's just Randolph-Macon just shuts the door.
Yeah. It's like, you know, they are just immune to, you know, being rattled, and they are fine being uncomfortable. And they know that, hey, we're going to trust our instincts and keep playing this thing out.
This is the leadoff man, Ryan Duforn. Squared up to bunt again, but takes it back, and count goes 1-1.
Here's my guy, you know, in another good spot for his team. This is something that, Macon probably likes, and especially with one guy on with no outs. See what he can do.
Squares up again. Nice bunt down the first base line. See if he can make. He didn't make it. Called out, but does move the runner over. Nice sacrifice bunt there for the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon.
I'm not sure there's anything he can't do in that baseball field.
I don't think so.
I think he's just a well-rounded, very solid player.
With a name like that, he should be. That brings up the second baseman, Jeff Butler. Butler with a single back in the fifth. Pitch just a tad inside for Butler with a runner in scoring position.
Well, it's important to note, it's only a 2-run game. As much as Macon has controlled this game throughout, but if you're Denison, you got to keep it here because like I said, Roth has come back to the mound, probably to finish his staying out, and so you want to get to that point where you can still put some runs on the board and maybe extend this game to some extra innings.
2-0 delivery there. Catches outside corner. Called ball. Count goes 3-0. Butler probably taking all the way here. Called strike. Count goes 3-1. This is a dangerous spot for Mike Rivera against very good hitter Jeff Butler with a 3-1 count, runner in scoring position.
Very dangerous position. He has to be very careful where he locates this ball, and so he doesn't put it in play.
Just like that, he gets a hold of one. That ball might be gone if it stays fair. Foul ball.
Just like you said, he's a dangerous position for Mikey Rivera to be in with Butler at the plate, and he almost showed why just then.
He got a hold of that one. Only 324 down the left field line, 304 down the right field line, 400 dead center, but that ball is going to go a long ways if it stayed fair. The 3-2 pitch. Got him looking.
Big strikeout.
Mike River with a big strikeout there against Jeff Butler. 2 outs now for the Big Red. And steps in Cole Migloreni. Cole with a couple of singles and a sac fly. They're going to intentionally walk him. Probably smart.
Yeah, and this is the second time they have intentionally walked the hitter. So it's just something they're comfortable doing, and it paid off for them last inning with the big play they had from the shortstop, or second baseman, rather. But, hey, we'll see how this works out for them this go-around.
The man on deck is right fielder Rick Spires. Had a single back in the first inning, but flew out and struck out since then. But he'll be back up with the runners on first and second with 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning, trying to get the Yellow Jackets some insurance runs here late in this game.
Yeah, this is, for Denison, this is a huge part of the game. I know we said a couple parts of this game, but this right now, 2 outs, you just got to find an out here. Get to the bottom of the 9th, with a shot at this thing. Any runs here kind of diminishes, I think, this game, and possibly their season will be ending.
That one lifted to left field.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
And that is a dinger for number 5, Rick Spires. And that opens this game up here in the top of the 9th as a 3-run homer for the right fielder, Rick Spires. And the Yellow Jackets of Randolph-Macon take a 5-1 lead here. That is not what the Big Red wanted.
That was straight line drive, hit right at Ting Stadium. You know what I mean? And so that is a big, big play to say the least. And Macon now is in strong hold of this game. My
apologies. Makes the game 6-1. But Spires with one big swing of the bat sends that 1 yard and opens this game wide open.
I mean, this is talk about, again, this Macon team, quality hitters throughout the lineup, and you can't rest, and Spires, I think was he 0 for 2 on the day, 0 for 3 on the day?
Had a single and flew out and struck out.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's had a solid day, but he comes up and just knocks one out the park, in that spot. Like I said, now Denison's in a really, really tough spot here, and for a team that doesn't manufacture a lot of runs, through their power hitting, it'll be tough to see how they can do some things in the bottom of the ninth.
That was only Spires' 4th home run of the year, but he had 45 RBIs, so that makes it 48, and that'll be a pitch and change for the Big Red as number 28, John Troll, enters the game. This will be his 13th appearance. He's made 8 starts this year. He's 4-2, 6.08 ERA.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming into a spot where they just got to get out. Those guys are off base now, but sadly, Heath, I have to say, I think the damage has been done here. Yep. It's going to be a really tough spot for Denison to come back, especially with how Roth has been pitching. Now he knows he has some assurance runs. He has more confidence going to that mound. Like I said, Randolph-Macon just showed why they are the top team in this region and why they've had a great year to this point.
Well, Big Red with a late pitch and change here. Just need one more out, and we'll be able to head to the bottom of the ninth. But Rick Spires with a 3-run home run busts this game open 6-1. Now comes up to the plate Joe Tozzarello,
who is not an easy out.
No,
who is
sir.
Their best hitter in this lineup. Just quality of depth in this lineup.
Troll's first pitch got him swinging. Gets ahead in the count on Tozzolo.
That's a funky one to say, huh?
It is. It is.
They're making it hard on us up here, man.
Yeah, I know. Fouls that one off his foot. Quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Troll making his 13th appearance of the year. Just needs one out here. Got to head quickly in the count. Leaves that ball outside. One-two delivery. A little low, brings the count to 2-2. Nobody on, 2 out.
This is the most offense we have seen thus far here in this region from Macon. So for the O's facing Macon rest of the weekend, you might want to beware. They might have found their bats.
Oh, yeah. That one's fouled off behind the plate. Tozzolo still fighting. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two delivery in the dirt. We'll run the count full.
And for Denison, I would love to see, just some. I know right now they're probably feeling about dejected, but I think for them is you got to keep your head on. You got to stay positive. Anything can happen. Big strikeout right there.
Big strikeout, and just like that, the Yellow Jackets extend the lead 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the ninth. We'll see what the Big Red can do. And we are back for the bottom of the ninth here in Holly Springs, North Carolina at Ting Stadium. For Randolph-Macon, Nick Roth back out to the mound for the ninth inning, looking to go complete game here. Only give up one hit all game, one not earned run. First batter he will face will be the leadoff man, Tanner Johnson.
For Denison right here, you know, like I said, you guys got to come out and just swing the bat and be aggressive. You're going to need manufacture some runs here.
Here it is, a fly ball to right field. And Rick Spires, the man who opened this game up, camped under that and made that play.
Yep. Rick Spires might be the worst nightmare for the Big Red right now.
Yeah. That'll bring up the DH Grady Payne. Payne over 2 with a walk so far. Here in the bottom of the ninth with 1 out. Ross couldn't catch the outside corner of that one. Nick Roth with just dominating performance today. Very impressive performance.
Yeah, I think for him, he came out with a mindset he wanted to dominate.
Routine play from the shortstop. Just like that, there's 2 outs. That was Zach Evans on the play.
And it's going back to Roth, he's had a game where, he started off really strong, had a couple innings where guys got on some earned runs and things like that. But I've just been very impressed with his composure, his poise. He's never really gotten rattled. And he's been up there just dealing all day. Young Randy Johnson.
Yeah.
The mustache
is
the telling part of that.
Jack Blanchard coming up swinging the shortstop. Goes down on the count 0-1.
This Denison's coming under their last hopes right here, so got to make some magic happen here.
Once again, this is an elimination game for the Big Red. So they are down to their last out of this 2018 season. One count. Pitch just a bit inside. Count goes 2-1. Blanchard being patient here at the plate. Two-one delivery. Swings, fouled off. Count goes 2-2. They're now down to their last strike.
Down to the last strike. This is a Randolph-Macon team today that's just been fundamentally sound throughout. Denison has had a very tough opponent to face today.
There it is, fly ball to center field. And to make the play, Ryan Duforn. And that's
who
it.
else would it be?
Yep. And that's it. I'd like to say congratulations to Denison University, the Big Red, for making the tournament. But they fall short here to the 1 seed Randolph-Macon. And what a performance from Nick Roth.
I mean, complete game, only giving up 1 hit. Like I said, I think if you're Denison, you came out here today and you fought and you did all you can do. But sometimes in these things, we go to a team like Randolph-Macon, this is just talented from top to bottom. It's just very hard to beat an opponent like that. So, like I said, hats off to Denison. Had a heck of a year. I'm sure right now they're a little upset, and that might not be sinking in right now for them. But to those guys, they had a great year.
Well, this is Heath Behringer and Bryson Gibson signing off for now. We'd like you to join us for our game tonight between TCNJ and Christopher Newport at 7 p.m., but we'll see you then.